Brad Toll with Discover Green Bay is joining us to talk a little bit more about the recent success, continued success in the sports event space for the area and talking about what's to come. So we were just talking off camera and I was saying about a dozen years ago, I remember around 2013 or so when it was just a big get to get the high school girls state basketball tournament here. That was a big one, and that was only supposed to be for 2 years. So that was really, I thought, one of the best things that happened to the Resch Center, to Discover Green Bay, this area.
Yes, you're absolutely right. We had volleyball, girls volleyball, for a number of years, and when the opportunity came to bid on this, we knew we really wanted it, and the stadium district was very helpful. PMI, of course, was very involved in that get as well. And they just extended for another 5 years.
I do remember covering
that. We're
not
letting them leave.
And they're really happy with it because it does separate them from the boys,
yeah,
right?
They are. You know, when you look at the crowd that they typically draw, it's the perfect crowd for Resch Center. And they're a little lost at the Kohl Center because it's so much bigger. And the games are a lot more exciting when you have fans that are right on the court, and it makes just such a great atmosphere for the girls. So we're thrilled to have it, and we plan to keep it for many years to come.
Not let them go. All right. So let's talk about you. And as you mentioned, you had ice hockey for years. This has always been a focus for Discover Green Bay to get these types of tournaments in here. But even in recent years, in the last couple of years, you've had bowling, you had darts, you had volleyball, gymnastics. So many events, both at the high school level and even the adult level. Yeah. What does it mean for this area economically?
The economic impact that comes from sports, it varies by sport and what type of tournament it is, but it's huge for our community. The basketball tournament we talked about, over $2 million. The bowling event that we had last July was over $5 million. It brought into the economy. So it is huge. It's keeping the restaurants that we love to go to on our anniversary or birthday. It keeps them open because those people are, of course, they have to eat out. So they're eating in our restaurants, they're shopping in our stores, they're buying gas from gas stations. It really spreads through the whole economy. And of course, the hotels love to have them too.
Right, definitely. In terms of the Packers, obviously that being a big draw, of course the name, Green Bay, and of course the Packers having that connection. I imagine the draft, we had talked about this prior to the draft, that would really put this area on such a worldwide stage. Did you find that bump to happen after we hosted the draft?
Yes, absolutely. And even as soon as they said they were coming, in 2023, we started talking about it in our sales pitches to different events, tournaments, and a lot of times if there's question, well, is Green Bay big enough to host my tournament? I think so. So it really, it punched our card when it comes to different events and made it an obvious choice. And we've used the Packers, every year. Why not win the title in the place that's known for winning titles in Green Bay? So we've used that as part of our pitch, trying to draw sports groups here for many, many years.
That's my next question. What is that pitch like? What do you say to sell this area to those different groups?
Yeah, having the Packers is great, but you have to have the venues. If you don't have the venues, that's what they look at first. So you want to bring this big gymnastics event into your community. Where are you going to put it? How about a $100 million Resch Expo Hall with 125,000 square feet, no pillars, absolutely perfect for your event. And they walk in and go, we have to have it here. Right now, Cornerstone is building a fourth sheet of ice. That people walk in that arena and go, yep, I want my tournament here. So it really boils down to the venue. So the city's looking at attracting a USL League team into the area, which means building a facility that they can play in. Well, we're immediately thinking, and what else could play in that space? What other soccer tournaments could we go after? The county has invested dollars into the fields up in Howard. They've invested money into fields down in Lawrence. So there's really a lot of opportunity, some untapped, for us to go get additional events.
So you do really depend on those hotels building. You depend on those restaurants opening, the new Sheeta Vita set, Cornerstone. You really do want to see that infrastructure in place because you can sell that.
Yeah, you absolutely have to have it in order to bring the events in. And we mentioned the draft. Without the expo hall sitting right there, that was a much tougher sell. When they saw the expo hall and the possibilities in that area, Titletown, the investment the Packers have made in that area, it made the decision to bring the draft here much easier for the NFL.
Yeah, in the 30 years I've been here, wow, what a change
Yeah.
in that stadium district area.
Different community.
Different community, but so neat to see. So what else from the angle of event planning would you like to go after? What other things are you eyeing in the future?
Well, there's some other WIA events that we think we're a very good fit for that should become available in the next couple of years. So we've kind of got those circled. But we joke every year that we're a great spot, the Expo Hall for fencing. USA Sports, a lot of those are located out in Colorado Springs. And we've been going to Colorado Springs for years, every fall, to meet with people like fencing and badminton. There's all different Olympic sports out in that area. With the Expo Hall, we're primed for any of those. So,
So
yeah,
that really was a key piece. That expo hall was a key
it was
piece.
huge. It was huge. Yeah, and we got a number of calls from the county saying, do we really have to make it pillar free? Those beams are expensive going across. And it just made all the difference in the world. You know, when you're hosting a gymnastics event, having huge pillars in the middle of the space breaks everything up and makes it a lot more difficult. So it's just a perfect building. It's state of the art. And those are the facilities that help us sell the community.
And as a result, your team is growing and looking at adding to your staff to actually go after some of these events.
Yeah, we are. We're funded primarily by the room tax. So as we're able to bring more events in and the room tax grows, we're in a position to be able to add staff. And we're very excited to add a new sports salesperson that will be starting probably the first of the year. And will help us grow the number of events and sports tournaments we bring to the city.
Yeah, a lot to happen in 2026 and beyond.
Recruiting now.
Brad, thank you for joining us and talking about all that Discover Green Bay has to offer.
You're
Appreciate
very
you.
welcome. Thank you.